Hey, what's good, everybody? Long time no see. Hey, look, I'm gonna be making something that's pretty healthy today. You know, sometimes you gotta switch it up a bit. I'm gonna be making some chicken and rice. This recipe right here is inspired by a man named Chris Jones. He's actually a fitness instructor slash YouTuber, and I actually looked up to him since I was in high school. So without further ado, we're gonna get this thing popping. All right, you better hook your little red wagon to our little red wagon because the train is moving, grooving, baby. Yeah, yeah. I actually been experimenting with making different foods lately, but I wasn't able to upload it because I'm just trying to sharpen the blade, get better at it, and as soon as I'm ready to make a video on it, then everything will go smooth. Take two. So first thing first, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to bring out our knife, and then I'm gonna slice some lines diagonal through the chicken thigh, flip it over, do the same thing to ensure that not only will the chicken thigh cook more thoroughly, but to also let it soak in all that flavor from the seasoning and from the chicken broth that I'm about to use. So stay tuned, peep game. By the way, the cooking time or cooking duration for this meal right here is about an hour. So stay tuned. We're gonna get this thing popping. Yeah, here's a glimpse of what I'm gonna use to season the chicken thigh. I got a little bit of Old Bay seasoning, and I'm not gonna use too much because I'm not too familiar with this seasoning. I'm gonna use some light salt, which is 50% less sodium than table salt. With that broth that we're using already has some sodium in it, and some onion powder. And there you have it with that incision cut. And then I'm gonna put some of that seasoning on top. You see some of that seasoning on top. You know the deal, you know the drill, you know the drill, you know the deal. You flip that thing over, you do the same thing. Coat a little bit of that seasoning on top. Alright, it's game time, baby. Hey, look, I'm gonna dice up some mushrooms, some celery. I would have got some red bell pepper, but they didn't have any at Target. But it's all good. We're gonna make it work, so stay tuned. So here's a chopped mushroom and chopped celery. So what I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna sear some of that chicken thigh, 2 minutes each side. Let's go. Alright. What we're gonna do is what I'm gonna do. Spray some of that canola oil spray on the pan. I had to switch the pan over there so y'all can see everything going on. Let's talk in more action. Quite frankly, I don't really feel like talking much today, but I'm just gonna show you guys. We're gonna flip it. So you know the drill. It smells aromatic. That way, you guys, the part where I was struggling because that's not necessary. And then it's time to put it on a tray. Easy, something like this. Bam. You know me. Y'all I'm struggling right there. Too late though. Y'all see it. Well, damn. I got about 6 more pieces. By the way, I'm not perfect, but forgot to mention about the onion. I need to dice some onions before I put everything. Yeah, you can't go wrong with chicken and rice. Not only is it favorable, but it's definitely a lot healthier. Especially if you remove the skin from the chicken meat. So it's all up on you guys at the end of the day. You guys want to give it, you want to give it a try. You can take out all the chicken skin, but the chicken skin gives them flavor, gives some flavor too. So you get a little bit of that saturated fat up in there, but saturated fat to a certain extent is all right, but not too much or not at all. Especially if you're on a strict diet. Alright. Got a total of 8 pieces down, no more pieces. One more piece. In the meantime, while I'm searing the last piece of chicken thigh, I'm gonna preheat the oven to 350 degrees. Alright, here's the seared chicken thigh. They're not cooked yet, alright? They're like halfway cooked. And then I'm gonna put them in the oven soon. Spray some of that canola. You know what? I'm not gonna put the onion in there because I'm just keeping it simple. Next time I'll put some onion in there, but just for this case scenario, I'm just gonna put some mushroom, some celery, and some of that chicken broth. And then within the next 40 to 45 minutes, I'm gonna whip up some of that rice. All right, it has to be halfway cooked. Then I'm gonna put it on top of the chicken thigh, and then let it cook for another 10 to 15 minutes. This right here is the broth that I'm using. It's 33% less sodium, and I'm gonna pour in 1 cup of chicken broth into the chicken thigh and mix with the vegetable. Now, in this scenario, I got half a cup, so I'm gonna put 2 of these in, which equals to a whole cup. In the meantime, I'm gonna clean some of that. I'm gonna clean some of the appliances that I've used so far and just get it cleaned up. So by the time everything's cooked and finished, there will be less clutter, and then I can finish what I started. I got 1.5 cup of water, and I'm about to dump a cup of rice inside this pot and leave on low simmer for about 10 minutes before I mix it with the chicken thigh, which you guys will see shortly, all right? For about 10 minutes. We're gonna take out the chicken real quick, okay? Taking a risk. So I only have 1 main. I ain't got 2. Is that juice good enough? That's from the chicken meat. Oh yeah, we're gonna do this dang pop and put some of that rice on top, pour some more juice, and then it'll be done in about 10 to 15 minutes. Oh yeah. Spread it all over. It's going down. Going down, y'all. Stay tuned. Just gonna mix it up real quick. Put the rice up in there. Let it simmerate. We don't let it marinate, we can let it simmerate. Alright, got some of that juice. So this right here is the final phase. Back in the oven, 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Avoid touching the rail, the rack, I mean, because it's freaking hot. Scorching hot. About 10 to 15 more minutes, should be done, and you guys will see the final product. So here's the final product. The final product right here. I'm about to fix me a plate. Now, the thing I noticed that I might either put a little too much rice, or I might put a little bit too much of that mushroom and celery. And remember that method I showed y'all that one time? You can just use a fork and poke it through that chicken. It goes through with no resistance, and it's cooked. But I'm gonna get a little knife, cut it open, and show y'all before I take a bite. Oh, you see that smoke, boy? Wow. So it's cooked. If you guys are not comfortable with the fork method, then you can also get yourself a little meat thermometer and check the internal temperature. As long as it's 165 degrees or above. Alright, y'all. And that's it. There you have it. Baked chicken and rice. Oh yeah, it's healthy. It's savorable. And well, we'll see. I'm not doing no mukbang today. I'm just gonna take a little bite just for y'all. It's hot though. If I can get it to cool down a little faster. There you go. All right, catch y'all later. You guys have a good one. Tap in, tap in.